We are reviewing the astronomically and agriculturally corrected biblical Hebrew calendar, specifically the Renaissance paintings within it, the Renaissance error, so to speak. What did the Renaissance painters get right? What did they get wrong? This month, while Yeshua is going to raise Lazarus, this was at the time the commemoration of Purim.
That's right.
And that's what we are depicting here, Michael. We have a picture of Purim here. What's right, what's wrong?
Oh, this is Purim. Okay. I thought it would be the raising of Lazarus, but I love this. Wow, this is great. Well, we got a couple things wrong.
Okay.
Well, first of all, we've got to have Akashrosh. We have Esther pointing the finger over at Haman. This is a man. This is a man. And he's just reeling from that. But they're sitting in chairs. Very fancy chairs. No, they were on couches. She's having a wine and cheese party. They are reclining on couches. And part of how we know this is not only culturally, because when the king leaves and storms out of the place, he is fired up, he is mad, and he falls on her bed. You know, he didn't go into the bedroom, it's the couch that she's reclining on. And so the king comes back in and says, "You're trying to rape my wife right in front of me?" And so they came in, covered his face, that's the last time they saw him, and then they hung him on the gallows, on the wood, on the impaling stakes that he had made for Mordecai, Esther's cousin.
Now, something interesting you mentioned about that. Now, let's fast forward to Yeshua's time with Judas. Judas, as is commonly understood, we found several paintings like that when we were looking for these paintings of Judas in a noose. And that's not correct, is it?
No. Judas went out and hung himself on his sword. That's how they hung themselves. Not with a 13-knotted hangman's noose from the Old West, hang 'em high, Clint Eastwood movie. No, this is not a spaghetti western, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Wild East, not the Wild West. And just as it was, King Saul, you know, when he did not want to be abused by his captors, he took his sword, put the hilt on the ground, and fell on his sword, hung himself on his sword, and that's why Judas' all his bowels gushed out. Why? Because it ripped his abdomen open, and once all your bowels gush out, it's pretty well over, ladies and gentlemen. You can't get them back in. It's a little late to change your mind at that point. So that's why the place became known as Hakodama, or Gros Hatos, the field of blood, and that's what transpired. So
okay.
Yeah.